Okay, let me preface this by saying, on a whim, I decided to watch the Netflix Death Note movie with Coolman Stan.
Hello.
And I was asked, when I tweeted out that I was watching it, to kind of give my reaction to it. And I didn't want to go through the trouble of editing a video with my OC and all that kind of stuff. So I have a camera here, so let's just raw reactions. Okay. Contrary to what everyone has been saying about the Netflix Death Note movie, it wasn't terrible. It was a different story than the anime / manga. The characters were different, only sharing some of the same names. Last names were changed because it was United States, not Japan. And I guess Light Yagami wouldn't make sense for an American, so they made it Light Turner. You know, now I see the Fairly Odd Parents jokes that people were making. Anyways, as the story exists, not even thinking about the anime and the manga, it was a decent story that I think set up for a sequel that I don't think they're gonna get. But, if you're comparing it to the anime and the manga, yeah, you're gonna think it's terrible. It doesn't follow the same plot. They changed it from Japan to the United States. They tried to keep all the same characters, and they were compressing it into one movie. Like, the series was, like, over the course of, I think the series was over the course of
32 episodes.
32 episodes, over like 32 episodes, there were, including a 5-year time jump. There was like at least 3 or 4 years real time in the anime. So they compressed it into like just a couple of months between like, I don't know, school just beginning and homecoming dance. So I mean the time span was a lot shorter. And the characters kind of had a little bit of more realistic reaction to getting a journal that can kill people. They were a little more apprehensive, at least Light was, to just going on a killing spree at first. But anyways, scatterbrained thoughts aside, if it was its own original idea, it was actually pretty good. But because it was adapted from the anime and the manga that has an avid fan base and liked the original story, that's why people are saying it's terrible. But, like, you have to, when it comes to adaptations, you have to kind of separate it from its source. So it was good. Ryuk's, I'm probably butchering that name, Ryuk, his CGI is always going to be terrible because he has a weird character design. Even in the drawn version of him, you're not going to make that look good in CGI because it's not supposed to be human. But yeah, I mean, I liked it. Or at least I didn't dislike it, I guess. It was a different story. It didn't bore me when I was watching it. And I guess that's all I can say. Coolman, you grab the camera and...
No, you're going to have to hold it because I can't do the vlogging thing like you.
Okay.
So, actually, my thoughts on this is quite different because instead of being about it, I actually really loved this movie. And I did watch the originals, the other live action.
I didn't watch the Japanese live actions, though.
This is definitely the better of the live actions. And it's honestly, I liked it almost as much as the anime, which is saying something. I would definitely love to see a second one. But, yeah, I mean, definitely if you're expecting it to be the story of the anime, you're going to be very disappointed because it takes completely different turns. And I feel like this is actually a good thing. If they just told the same story again, people would have still been mad. Right? But what they did is they took the idea and they created a pretty original story from it, and they did a really good job of it. So, like, I think this movie was super good. And, yeah, I really don't get why so many people said it wasn't good, because I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Yeah, I mean, I didn't find the CGI too bad. It didn't take me out of it. so it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good CGI in my opinion. It didn't really take me out of the story, so I can't really fault it at all. Yeah, I like the characters, not just Killa. His character is a lot better. He's a little Kira,
Light.
Yeah, Light is definitely a lot better of a character. Mia is a more interesting character. Definitely a completely different character. I almost, if I was to do this, probably would have given her a new name and made her a new character altogether, because that's definitely what she is.
Yeah, she was like a dark-haired cheerleader instead of a blonde-haired pop star.
But also, L was a lot... He was a pretty interesting character in this one. He's definitely... Like, they gave him the weird quirks that the original L had, but they did give him a little bit more human of a reaction. He actually seemed a bit human at the end, which is quite interesting. But yeah, I mean, altogether, I thought the film was actually really good, and I definitely hope to see a second one.
Yeah. So just to sum up, as far as an adaptation goes, it was decent enough. I think it was kind of meh. I mean, it was enjoyable, but meh, because I was, like Zarek, Coolman, whatever, said, I kind of maybe was expecting more of the original thing. Like, I was watching it, and
There's 37 episodes of the original.
I was watching it, and I'm like, wait, Mia's supposed to be a blonde pop star. And he's like, well, it's a different adaptation. So yeah, I mean, it was an okay adaptation, and obviously Coolman really liked it. So I guess our opinions kind of differ from the crowd of being, oh, it's terrible.
It wasn't terrible. There's no way to say that was terrible. It was a good movie.
Yeah. I'd say watch it. Form your own opinions. Don't just trust us.
Hey, it's on Netflix, so you might as well watch it.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a Netflix subscription, it's a Netflix original. It's going to be there. So if you're bored and liked the original series and are interested in seeing a different take on it.
Furthermore, if you haven't seen the original series, definitely go watch.
Yes, if you haven't seen the original series and you're like...
I mean, like, the original series. Definitely go watch the original series.
Well, yeah, watch the original series. If you haven't seen the original series, watch the original series. But also, if you haven't seen the original series, you don't need to watch the original series to watch the Netflix thing. Our thoughts were all over the place. We decided to do a not scripted video, so I hope you got... We were... Not redoing this clip. Hope you got what we were saying, and I'm going to upload this in its entirety, no editing whatsoever. Any final thoughts?
It was good.